to the mat. Thank you for joining. And we'll come to a nice seat. We'll be sitting with our palms facing down on our thighs, pressing into our feet, kind of sitting maybe like about this much. So your back is not, so you'll have some room to, when we do some twists and some stretching. And I will always say maybe pressing into your feet, engaging your abdominals, pulling your abdominals in and back, kind of firing up your quadriceps. On the inhale will always be kind of growing tall through your side body, wiggling out your side body, I'll say, and that'll give you momentum for us when we start doing any movements. Okay, so we'll just come to a comfortable seat. Your left palm will be on your lap and your right palm on top, and your thumbs can touch, and just close your eyes. Notice your breath. On your inhale, your chest rises. Nice full inhale, and a nice exhale, your chest lowers. Just starting to quiet your mind now with paying attention to your breath, balancing your breath. Nice slow inhale and a nice slow exhale. And just breathe, inhaling and exhaling. So all of these themes have been kind of building upon one another. Some were getting out of your comfort zone, calming your nervous system. Don't be so hard on yourself. So I thought, I was reading this great book I found, I read it years ago, Maria Shriver, Just Who Will You Be? And just being comfortable with who you are. And you would think a Kennedy, she was a Kennedy, she was married to Arnold Schwarzenegger, she was a journalist. And then when her husband was elected as the governor of California, they thought that would be a conflict of interest. So they let her go. So now here she is in her 50s, trying to, late 40s, early 50s, trying to reinvent herself. And she has a really beautiful quote that says, "The only way you can come to feel worthy and really good about yourself, the only way to find a life of meaning and joy is to find your own voice, find your own path, follow your own heart, and live your own life, not an imitation of someone else's." So I just thought that was pretty interesting from someone who you think doesn't have any issues, right? Because of her family and everything. So just thought that was a nice quote to open our practice with. Just be comfortable with you and just take a nice slow breath in and a nice slow breath out. Let's join our palms together at our heart center, and we'll chant the sound of Om 3 times to begin our practice. Maybe you'll set an intention for balance or comfort, or just being comfortable where you are, no expectations, just being present and linking your breath and to your movement. Take a nice inhale and a nice exhale out. Inhaling. Om. Inhaling. Om. Inhaling. Let's bow your chin to your chest. Crack your eyes open and lift your head. On an inhale, let's raise our arms up overhead. Your palms will be facing one another. Kind of wiggle out through your side body, pressing well into those feet. Inhale is center, and exhale, press into those feet, pull the belly in and take a little stretch over to the right. Really engage your arm muscles from your shoulders out your fingers. Maybe look up and just notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale comes back to center. Exhale, stretch over to the left. Palms are facing one another. You're really pressing those palms out, pressing into those feet, and you're breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, press into those feet, pull your belly in back to center and release your arms to your side body. Let's just shrug those shoulders, one direction and the other. And let's bring our palms out like you're holding onto, pressing into a wall. Take your left palm and just bend those right fingertips back, just a little, opening up the wrists. You really should feel this from your shoulder all the way out through your fingertips. And let's switch. Let's take a nice little gentle stretch back of those left fingertips. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's maybe roll out those wrists now, one direction and another. Let's release our arms to your side body and just shrug those shoulders again. On an inhale, raise your arms out in front of you. And let's just do some pulsing actions in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms to side body and just shrug those shoulders up once. Arms out to side body, palms are facing forward. And let's just do some pulsing actions, a little chest opener. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Should feel this nice broadening across your collarbones. And let's release your arms to side body and just shrug those shoulders. Let's put that together. Inhale out in front of you. Exhale, open up across your chest. Inhale, kind of a little arch to your spine when you exhale and look up. Inhale, arms are forward. Exhale, arch that spine and look up. Again, hands out in front. Open up to a T, arch that spine. Now let's take our hands to the tops of our thighs, pressing well into our feet. And on an inhale, we're going to arch that spine and look up for a little cow and cat. Exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Releasing all the muscles in your neck, down your shoulder blades. Inhale, arching that spine, looking up. And, oh, someone else is trying to get in. Hold on one second. Sorry. Arch that spine and look up. Exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Inhale, come back up to neutral. And let's raise those arms again, out and up overhead. And now let's take the left palm to the top of the right thigh. And your right hand is just going to hold on to that chair behind you. Your inhale is looking forward. You're pulling that belly in and back, pressing well into those feet. And follow the gaze, looking over any amount over that right shoulder. And breathe. Inhaling, just opening across your chest, your lower back. Noticing your breath. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Back center, press into those feet, really firing up those quadriceps. Inhale, raise your arm up overhead, pull that belly in and back, arms up overhead. Let's take a twist over to the left. Right palm, left thigh, left palm on the chair right behind you. Your inhale, you're looking forward, you're growing tall, lengthening your spine. Exhale, turn your head, looking over that left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, come back up through center and release your arms to your side body. Let's do a little stretch for our tricep here. I'm going to bend the right elbow. The palm is going to be in the middle of your back. And then just take that right elbow with your left palm. I don't know if you can see me. I'll sit back a little. And you're just going to arch that spine and look up. And then round your spine and drop your head. One more. Inhale. Really arch that spine. You should feel this nice stretch on the tricep. And then exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Inhale, come back to center. Arms up overhead. Bends the left arm. Hold on to that left elbow with your right hand, pressing into your feet. Arches that spine and looking up. And exhale, round your spine, drop your head. One more. Inhale, looking up. Arch that spine. Exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Excuse me, there's another person trying to get in. Sorry. So I'm going to press into those feet again. I'm going to raise your arms up overhead, and we're just going to release them to your side body. Let's take your hands now into arms into a cactus shape. We're going to build on all of these poses. So you're going to press into your feet. Arms are in cactus. You're going to lift your right knee and place that down. You're going to lift the left knee and place that down. Again, raise your right knee, place that down. Raise the left and place that down. So we'll build on from this. Let's arms down, shrug those shoulders, one direction and the other. Cactus arms. We're going to press into the left foot and we're going to lift the right knee on the inhale. And we're going to exhale, hinge over to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Working those obliques. Inhale back to center. Place that foot down. Step well into that right foot, raises that left knee, and hinge over to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the right foot, pull that belly in and back, and release the left. One more each side. Press into that left foot, raises that right knee. Exhale, hinge over to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, belly in and back. Place that right foot on the mat. Last time. Press into the right foot. Raise that left knee and hinge over to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back to center. Let's release those arms to side body. Shrug those shoulders. So if you have any kind of a prop, a blanket, I have a bolster. Use a pillow, whatever just will give you a little bit of a raise here on your, going to press your palms, pretend like you have something, but your forearms are going to be pressing well into that prop. Kind of scooch that up close to your belly. Squeeze those arms to your side body. Going to press well into your feet, pulling that belly in and back. And you're going to arch that spine and look up. This is Cobra. Sitting in a chair, using the same benefits across the shoulder blades, opening up your collarbones, breathing in and breathing out. Stay for the inhale and then exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Press into those feet, pulls your belly in and back, squeeze your arms, arch that spine and look up. Exhale. Rounds your spine and drops your head. One more. Press into your feet, pulling your belly in and back. Squeeze those elbows to your side body, looking up, little arch. And exhale, round your spine and drop your head. Inhale, look halfway up. And we can release your prop right now to the side. We'll use that later for when we're laying on our backs. Going to raise our arms higher than our shoulders, with our hands kind of pressing into a wall. Let me move back a little bit. And then you're just going to press into your feet and drop your crown of your head. This is downward dog, sitting in the chair. Really press those palms out, engaging your muscles from your shoulders all the way out your fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. Very calming and soothing to the nervous system when your head is below your heart. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, look up, and let's release our arms to side body. Shrug those shoulders. On an inhale, let's raise our arms out to a T, and let's externally rotate, and we'll just do some pulsing back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, your arms out in front of you, and let's just do like I Dream of Jeannie arms. Right hand on top of, you're grabbing onto both elbows. Kind of keep your elbows as high as your shoulders. On an inhale, pull that belly in, press into your feet, and just drop the crown of your head, releasing your neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, look up and release your arms to your side body. And let's switch. Left palm on top of the right, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Elbows are remaining about shoulder height. And then round your spine and drop your head. Notice your breath, kind of keep building right now. Maybe you're activating muscles that you weren't using today. Opening up across your shoulder blades, your wrists. And then inhale, look up and release your arms to your side body. Just shrug those shoulders. So on an inhale, we're going to press well into our feet, just kind of outside of your hip. Place your palm like right on the outside of your hip on the chair. And on an inhale, you're going to raise your arm up overhead. And you're just going to take a stretch over to the right. Maybe look up to the left, pressing out from, really you should feel it from your hips all the way out your fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, press into those feet, pulls you back up to center. And let's just do that on the other side. Kind of place your palm on the chair outside of your hip. Inhale, raise your arm up and overhead. Take a nice stretch over to the left, really opening up that side body on the inhale and exhale. Press into those feet, pulls the belly in and back, and release your arm to your side body. And let's shrug those shoulders. So now maybe we'll sit back a little bit in the chair, and we're just going to raise our feet up out in front of us, and we're just going to lower. Okay, so on an inhale, raises those feet out in front of you, and just exhale them down, just kind of activating the quadriceps. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, raise those feet out in front of you, and exhale them down. Inhale, last time, feet out in front of you, and exhale them down. Just kind of shake out the legs a little bit, one leg at a time. We're gonna come sit a little wide at the ends of our mat, a little wider. And we're going to have the heels in and toes out. That's how and we're just gonna lift one leg and place it down. Hands are on your thighs. Really pull that belly in and back, just kind of opening up the hips. We'll do that again on our backs, but this is just a nice beginning before we do a little supine pigeon, laying on our backs. Inhale, lift the right knee. Inhale, lift the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Now let's walk the feet so that they are parallel to one another. And we're just going to drop over our thighs and drop the crown of your head. Hold on to opposite elbows. This is Utkatasana, a forward fold, but we're sitting. Really let that neck go, elongating your spine, and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice your breath. It's a great pose to do if you're feeling a little winded or out of breath. Just notice and breathe. Inhale, look up, place your hands on your thighs, and come back up to sit. So now we're going to take this to the mats. So I'm going to remove the chair to the side and give everyone a minute or so to kind of set up. And we're going to come to lie on our backs. We do this here a little. We're going to come to lie on our backs. Feet are going to be bent. These props are going to be here for later. So lie on our backs. All right. Positioned a little bit better. Let's see. Okay. So lying on our backs, pressing well into our feet. Just going to raise the right leg up, kind of hammock your hands behind that thigh, which will help to straighten your arms. You really should feel it's nice. Your whole lower back is getting the support of the mat below you. Or if you're laying on a couch, just notice how your back is getting a nice support. And then lower that knee down. And press the left foot up and hammock that thigh with your arms, pressing out through your arms, giving a nice stretch across your lower back, kind of stabilizing that back, and breathe. And then bend that knee, and now we'll add on. Raise the right leg up and just place that right ankle on top of that left thigh, and just glide that thigh away with your right hand. You can maybe rock side to side. And if it's available, lift that left foot and interlace your hands behind that left thigh for a nice little stretch. Rock side to side, massaging your sacrum, breathing in and breathing out. Let's come back to neutral and pause. Place the left foot, right foot on the mat, stabilize that sacrum, and then raise the left leg up and place the left ankle on the right thigh and just glide the left thigh away with the left hand. Breathing in and breathing out. If you did so, you can lift that right leg and interlace your hands behind that right thigh. Rock a little side to side. This should feel really nice. Your left outer hip. And your sacrum is getting a nice little massage. And then come back to center. And place the right foot and the left foot on the mat. And this will set us up for a nice supine pigeon. So we're going to do a rolling bridge, pressing well into our feet and our palms. We're going to raise our hips up for a count of 4 and squeeze at the top, and then lower down and pause. Resetting your sacrum, pressing into the palms, and your feet raises those hips up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze at the top and gently come down and pause. Again, pressing into those feet, raises those hips up, squeeze those knees together at the top and lower down slowly and pause. Let's hug your knees into your chest. Maybe raise those shoulders off the mat, round your spine, a little hug here, and then lower your shoulders to the mat, keeping those knees in together. We're going to hover our knees over to the right, in the center, and then over to the left. So on the inhale is the center. Exhale, hover those knees over to the right and pause. Pull that belly in and back, back to center. You may hear a little cracks or pops. That's okay. It's just kind of opening up your back, and then exhale over to the right, the left, and hover. Inhale comes back to center. Exhale, hover to the right. Pull that belly in, working your obliques now. Back to center. Exhale, hover over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Let's hug those knees. Shoulders come off the mat, rounding your spine. It's a nice counter after you've been working your abdominals and your obliques. Shoulders back to the mat. And let's lift those legs up. And let's place our palms under our buttocks for a little bit of support. On the inhale is raising your legs up to the sky, and exhale them out in front of you for a count of 4, your pace, and then hover at the bottom, pulling that belly in and back, up, above. Exhale those legs out in front of you, pulling that belly in, hover. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, hover those legs out in front of you, just above the floor. And then inhale, pulls that belly in and legs lift up to the ceiling. One more. Exhale, hover those legs out in front of you, and we'll hover for 5, 4, pull that belly in and back, squeeze those legs together. Inhale your legs back up. And bend your knees and give yourself a nice little hug. Shoulders can come off the mat, rounding your spine. And then let's lower those shoulders down to the mat, and let's take the soles of our feet together. Hang on to your your calves, ankles, or around your feet, and you'll raise those shoulders up off the mat, round your spine, a little crunchier. Inhale, lowers those shoulders back to the mat and just rest your feet with your soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Close the windows of your eyes. Let's place one palm on your heart and the other on top, and just notice the rise and fall of your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. This is very calming for anxiety or stress. Helps your circulation and digestion. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's close your knees together like a book and give yourself a nice little hug here. Shoulders off, round the spine. And then lower your head down to the mat. And if you have your bolster, walk to the side. I like to have a little support on my head. So I keep my blanket. So I have something that's a little lower than the bolster. And what we're going to do is a supported fish pose. So we're going to lay over the bolster, right below the shoulder blades. And your palms are just going to elbows are going to hug that. And you just going to drop your head. If this is uncomfortable, you can take your blanket again and roll it to have a little more of a height. And your knees can be bent. Your knees could be wide as the mat, and your knees just gently touch. Or if it's comfortable for your back, you can extend your legs out in front of you and notice your breath. A heart opener. It's very calming to the nervous system. It's very cooling for your brain. And just close your eyes and breathe in and breathe out. Usually for the first, several breaths, kind of have to wiggle out and kind of get yourself comfortable. But once you're there, just kind of settle into the prop below you and notice your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll do a 4-count breath here. So on an inhale, inhale for a count of 4 with a pause, and then exhale for a count of 4 with a pause. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Just notice your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. You could remain here for your Shavasana. If you'd like, you can remove the prop that's below you and just set it off to the side. And extend your arms. If you're doing that, extend your arms out alongside body and enjoy the next minute or so of your Shavasana. Noticing your breath, breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to stay here for about a minute. I'll remain quiet so that you can enjoy your final relaxation. I'll play some music and just breathe. You can begin wiggling your hands and you're pulling out your ankles. Maybe extend your arms out overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch, or cross your arms at your chest and give yourself a nice hug. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take your more dominant hand on your chest and the other one on top, kind of clipping the thumbs together. Being comfortable with who you are. Just be who you are. The only way that you can become feeling good about yourself, the only way to find life of meaning and joy is to find your own voice, find your own path, follow your own heart, and live your own life. Maria Shriver, from the book Just Who You Will Be. Nice slow breath in and a nice slow breath out. We'll chant the sound of Om one time to end our practice, and Shanti for peace. Just first notice your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for sharing your practice with me tonight. I hope you're feeling a little more relaxed, a little more stretched and opened and calmed. Namaste.